Welcome to HP Tuner's GM Gen 5 Training Part 3. In this training module, we're going to take a look at doing a software overview using our VCM Scanner software that we use for data analysis and data logging purposes. We're going to have a lot to cover. Let's jump in so we can check this out. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be taking a look at working with our VCM Scanner software. VCM Scanner software allows us to do data analysis, data capture from our vehicle's TCM or the ECM. So looking at the transmission related type of information or looking at our engine control module information, we can see what's going on with the control side of things on the engine or the transmission. And this is an invaluable tool because it allows us to see what's going on, analyze the data, and if we need to calibrate or change and update things, we know exactly what to change based on the analyzed data. Now there's a lot to learn within the VCM scanner, so we're going to be relying on this heavily throughout the training course. We're going to be covering a lot of details with this in future tutorials. But for right now, we just need to understand the basics, how the software works, where we can find things, the features and functions that the software actually offers, and then understanding the different portions of the software, looking at our logging channels list here on the left side, looking at our histograms here up top, or the chart versus time. Each offers a distinct way we can look at analyzing data. So we want to make sure we're understanding what those differences are going to be. Very first thing we'll do here is jump in and take a look at some of the basic functionality of the software, where you can find certain features and functions. That's going to be all found on the upper portion of our screen right here. Now, before we do that, I do want to mention if we look at the very top portion of the screen, it's going to show us what the status is going to be. Are we online or the offline mode? Now, we should know if we're offline or online because if we have the vehicle powered on or not, that's the status it's going to show. Now, if you don't have your MPVI-2 cable plugged into your laptop and plugged into your OBD2 port with the vehicle powered on, it's going to show you you're in the offline mode. In the offline mode, we can do data analysis. So if we've saved data, live data stream and live data capture to an actual file format, we can play that back in the offline mode. So we're able to look at a data log that somebody might email you from a vehicle if they've captured the data log, or if you're analyzing data logs, let's say from your vehicle, you're sitting on your couch, you're sitting at your kitchen table, you can look at all the information, you can see what's going on in the offline mode. You don't need to be hooked into the vehicle but to be able to do data analysis, but you do need to be hooked into the vehicle to do data capture. So that's one important detail that we need to realize here. So I'm in the offline mode. Now I am sitting in the vehicle right now. I have my MPVI-2 cable plugged into my OBD2 port, plugged into my laptop. So as soon as I power on the vehicle, whether it's just powered on or it's running, it'll immediately show that I'm in the online mode, meaning I'm actually online with the OBD2 port and that everything is going to be functioning. Whenever I'm ready to go, I can simply click our record button right here or start scanning. That's going to initiate the live data so it can start to read here on our channels list and we can start to look at that and analyze it. One other thing I want to talk about here is the vehicle that we can find right here. This will show whatever either the last vehicle you've been connected to with your laptop's going to be. In that case, this is a 2018 GMC Yukon XL that I'm sitting in right now. Or if you open up a data file, data log file, that'll show you what that particular data log file is associated with, the actual ECM that the data log file will be paired to. So let's say it's a Corvette, or let's say it's a Camaro, or in this case it's a Yukon, it might be a Suburban, whatever the case may be, it'll show you the status up here at the top. So either whatever the last vehicle you've been connected to is going to be, or whatever the data log you have open you're working with, it'll show you that status up here at the top. So now that we understand that, let's jump down here a little bit further. We're going to go into our log file, Vehicle Layout Tools and Help. This is our drop-down menus. This allows us to access various features and functions of the software. We're going to find we also have icons down below, just as we found in our VCM Editor software, that allow you to have a quick link to the same features and functions in our drop-down menus. But let's first take a look at our drop-downs. Let's talk about all those, and then we'll move into looking at our icons here. So first things first, we have our log file up at the top here. There's a open log file, there's a closed log file. This allows you to open up a previously saved data log file. I don't have any generated right now, so I have nothing to actually open up and take a look at in our software. So in this case, we can see we're ready to open a data log file in our offline mode, but I don't have an actual log file loaded. Now, if I did have a data log file loaded, you can go here and then I could go to close log file if I wanted to close it out. That'll allow me to close the log file out, and we're able to open up a new log file if we choose to do so in our offline mode. We also have in a couple options here, save log file as. This allows you to save the data capture, so your live data capture that you're running and you're scanning here.
we can see if we click this record button, that'll start to scan the data. Now it either presents the data in a live format, or if we want to store that live data to a file and play it back in a recording, then we can go here and we click the stop button and then go to save log file as, allows us to save the log file. One important thing to note about our VCM scanner is that if you initiate a data log or recording by going in here and clicking the record button, and then you stop your data log, you can analyze it when it's in the software here. But unless you immediately go to save log file as and save it as a distinct name, it will not save it, the log file that you've generated. It won't save it into any kind of memory portion. It's not going to do a backup on the log file. You will lose the log file if you go and start to record again. So if you simply click your record button, it'll overwrite whatever was previously open and captured in the software. So you have to make sure, if you're doing dyno pulls, you're doing calibration process, and you want to make sure you're saving your files, not just going in and recording and stopping, so starting and stopping the record function, you want to go and actually save it, and that's going to be using our save log file as. Now the nice thing about the HP Tuner's VCM Scanner software is that it'll automatically save the log file into the folder that you've created.
Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.